This video in the CMS Intermediate Training series will walk you through how to run a Missing Demographic Summary Report on the CMS. The Missing Demographic Summary Report lets you identify which youth in your program has incomplete participant records. It also shows you exactly which required fields are missing in each incomplete record. If any required field in the record is left blank, the youth's attendance data will be withheld from the Workplan Progress Report until the record is completed. This is therefore a very useful tool to ensure that your program is receiving credit where credit is due when it comes to meeting attendance requirements. To run this report, click on the Reports tab on the left navigation menu. Then select Missing Demographic Summary at the top of the page. This is the Report's Parameters page, where you will get to choose what shows up in your report. For example, if you'd like to see only youth that are enrolled in activities for the current fiscal year, enter July 1st as the begin date and June 30th as the end date. Then, decide whether you want to search only DCYF-funded activities that fall within the above date range, only activities tagged as other sources not applicable, or all activities created by your program within the date range, regardless of funding source. For this example, I only want to see DCYF-funded activities. Next, choose to run the report for either everyone with a participant record in CMS, only child-youth records, only parents and adults, or only service providers. Most programs will only choose child-youth. Choose to include names in the report if you'd like to quickly identify which youth are missing certain fields in their participant records. Finally, if you set up a query tool to narrow down the pool of participants for your reports, you would choose to filter your report results using this option here. To learn more about the query tool, please watch the video titled Setting a Query. Once you have finished defining your parameters, please click Next. You will now choose which funding source you'd like to run the report for. If you entered the most current fiscal year as your date range in the previous page, you would choose your most current funding source. Be sure you are selecting the correct program if your agency has more than one program receiving DCYF funds this year. Select Generate when finished. An HTML report will open up in a new window. If the report does not generate automatically, be sure to enable pop-ups for this site. You can also click on this link here to open up the report manually. This report lists every required field in the participant record. Under each field is a fraction. The numerator is the number of youth that are missing that field, and the denominator is how many total records you have created in the CMS for your program. Under this fraction is a list of names of youth that are missing this field, if you chose to include participant names in the report. Let's put this report to use. We can see here that Bilbo Baggins has an incomplete school attending field. With this information, let's go into his youth record and complete this field. We'll then run the report again to see the results. To access youth records, click on the Participants and Staff tab, and then search for Bilbo Baggins' participant record. I will enter his name here. If you scroll down to the school attending field, you see that it is in fact incomplete. This would have caused all attendance data for Bilbo Baggins to be withheld from your Workplan Progress Report. Once we complete his record, all of his attendance data will be counted towards your program requirements. Be sure to save the record once finished. We can now run the report again with the same parameters to verify that we have fixed Bilbo's record. Select Reports, and then Missing Demographic Summary. Enter your parameters, select your funding source, and then hit Generate. This new report shows us that we have no youth with an incomplete school attending field. Please repeat these steps for all youth listed in this report to ensure that their attendance is being counted. It is a good idea to get into the habit of running this report periodically, as well as other reports under the Quality Control section of the Reports tab, to ensure that your program is getting credit for your services. For other instructional CMS training videos, please see the links in the video description box below.